All right, so today, the first ever 12-team college football playoff kicks off. And today, I'm going to predict it. But before I get started, please make sure to tell me down below what are your predictions for the 12-team college football playoffs. And while you're down there, subscribe to More CMC. And if you're interested in film content, go subscribe to my main channel, Zachary Movie Chat, where I have movie content and all that fun stuff over on there. And with that said, let's start predicting the college football playoffs, starting with Friday night's game, Indiana at Notre Dame. Indiana is the team, I think, for me at least, has the least amount of opportunity to win it all. I think in my power ranking for the playoffs, I think I'd put them at dead 12. I just don't think that Indiana has any chance. They played one good team this year and pretty much got slaughtered. While Notre Dame is a team that I am personally rooting for to win it all, do I think they're going to do it? No. Do I wish they will? Yes. They're the team that I'm pulling for to win it all. But I definitely do think that they'll at least win one round, go on, and I think it's not even going to be a close game. I think it's kind of going to be a blowout, and they're going to blow Indiana out of the water. Don't even think Indiana should really be in this playoff. I don't really feel as if they're really going to do anything. So I have Notre Dame moving on. Then we got SMU and Penn State. Penn State played a great game against the Oregon Ducks. Let's not even lie. I'm not a fan of them. My brother is a Penn State fan, but I don't think they're very good. They did play a great game against the Ducks, however. They're just that team that they played a couple of good teams and just haven't won a single game. They're playing SMU, which, besides Indiana, I think have the lowest chance of winning it all. I think they're number 11 on my power ranking. Pretty easily choosing Penn State. I at least think Penn State is going to win this round here. I definitely think that Penn State's going to move on from the first round. Maybe even win in the second round. Depends on who they are playing. But I'm going Penn State to win this one. Clemson at Texas. And besides Indiana and SMU, Clemson is the team that I have the least amount of chance winning it all. They are number 10 in my power rankings. Just because they have 3 losses. If they didn't win the ACC, I just would say they shouldn't even be here. But they won the ACC because ACC is garbage. But they are here. I just don't feel they're a good team. I really don't. I feel like Texas is going to blow them out of the water. And while Texas has played one good team all year and lost twice to them, the Georgia Bulldogs, I definitely think that they are going to blow out the Clemson Tigers out of the water because I just don't feel Clemson's a good team and have them advance to the next round. And then finally, we got Tennessee and Ohio State, the only good first-round game in my opinion. Of course, we could see an upset, but I don't think we will. I'm going Tennessee to win this one. I really am. Ohio State, I feel, is a good team, but they, of course, lost to Michigan. Then they, of course, lost to Oregon earlier on in the season. So I do think that Tennessee has a chance. Now, Tennessee has had their struggles earlier in the season. We're not going to forget that. We're not going to forget that Tennessee has struggled, because they definitely have. But I do think that they can officially pull it together and at least beat Ohio State, maybe even make a deep playoff run. I feel like they're a stronger team than Ohio State, and I think Ohio State's getting upset in this first round. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Georgia Bulldogs in round 2 for my predictions. Gonna go Georgia here. I am rooting for Notre Dame. Like I said earlier, they are the team that I hope they win it all, just because I like the Fighting Irish. I like Riley Leonard. I think they're a very fun team to watch. But they're playing Georgia, and I don't think Georgia's going to lose in the first round. I don't think Georgia's going to win it all. I think they have a shot. I definitely do think they have a shot. But Carson Beck, I just don't think he's been playing great. He is not even in the Heisman consideration. During that Clemson and Georgia game at the beginning of the season, there was a report that was like, Carson Beck's main goals are to win a Heisman, is to win a national championship. Those are the 2 things. And I don't think he's going to do either. I do think Georgia has a shot, but I definitely do think they're going to beat Notre Dame. I don't think they're going to win it all, but I definitely do think they have a shot. Penn State and Boise State. Now, this one I think is going to be a great game. I think Boise State is a fantastic team, mainly because of the awesome running abilities of Ashton Jeanty. They have the 4 seed in the college football playoffs. They will be the home team when they eventually, I think, face Penn State. This is a very difficult one for me because on one hand, I truly believe that Penn State can win this one. I truly do. But on the other hand, I truly believe that Boise State is going to win this one. I have to go Penn State. I really do. They're a more reliable team than Boise State, and mainly because Boise State, for me at least, they're a good team. They're just a team for the Mountain Division. They were nobodies last year because Ashton Jeanty, it's going to be a close game. I can totally see Boise State coming away with the win here. I got to make a tough decision and say Penn State advances to the third round of the college football playoffs. Then we got Texas and Arizona State. Easy for me. Texas, they're getting an extremely easy playoff run. I mean, first they got Clemson, which I think is going to be a blowout, and then Arizona State that are just in here because they won the Big 12. Cam Scatabo is great, but overall as a team, I don't think they're the... I don't think they have an opportunity. I think they got the 9th% chance to win it all for me. But they face Texas, easygoing Texas to beat Arizona State in this one, advance to the third round. And then we got Oregon and Tennessee. Now, I made 2 brackets on the ESPN Bracket Challenge, and I could go either way on this. I truly could go either way on this. Because on one bracket, I had Tennessee winning it all, and then Oregon winning it all. Very conflicting there. What am I going to say for here? Got to go the 1 seed advancing on. I can't predict Tennessee to beat the 1 seed. I will be rooting for Tennessee. My personal family is an Oregon fan. I don't care who wins this game, but I'll be rooting for both sides. But I'll be happy whoever wins this game. I just don't think that the Oregon Ducks are going to get first rounded. I really don't. Or second rounded, technically, because of the bye. But anyways, I have them moving on. Penn State and Georgia in the semifinals. And this is where I have the Penn State Nittany Lions finally falling short. Again, I don't think Georgia will win it all, but I do think they'll punch a ticket to the championship game just because of this. I feel like that side of the bracket is fairly easy. It'll either go between Boise State if they make a miracle run, Penn State because they have an easy schedule, and then Georgia because I do think they're going to beat Notre Dame and advance on to the semifinals, and I got to go Georgia to win here. Even though Georgia I don't think is the greatest team, I don't think they're going to win the national championship. I got to go them at least beating Penn State. I definitely do think it's a close game. I won't be surprised if Penn State wins it, but I got to go Georgia just for all the reasons I've been talking about this entire video. Then we got Oregon and Texas. Again, the Oregon Ducks, best team in college football right now. They're the 1 seed. They are playing the Texas Longhorns, and Texas hasn't won a game against a good team. Like I mentioned, they played Georgia twice and lost twice. And so for that reason only, I got to say Oregon moves on to the championship game just because Texas has only played 1 good team, and then they have Clemson and Arizona State here. I think Oregon's going to be their first real challenge if my predictions go correct. And so Oregon, who has a fantastic defense, has a great offense. Dylan Gabriel is fantastic. James, the running back, is fantastic. I do think they're going to the championship game, which means my predictions for the championship game are the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. I hate doing a 1 and 2 seed. I have to do it here, even though I could either see there being Tennessee in there, I could see Penn State being in there, but I can only make 1 bracket here, so I have to go Oregon and Georgia. Going Oregon to win it all, the number 1 seed. I mean, they'll be who I'm rooting for because I despise Georgia, but I don't see Georgia winning a national championship, especially with their team. I definitely do think they have one of the easiest routes to make it here, and Oregon has a difficult route because then they have to face Texas or Tennessee and Ohio State or either Arizona State or what's that other team? Clemson on that side of the bracket. But for me, I got to go Oregon. I think that they have it in them to win a national championship in the first year in the 12-team college football playoff bracket, and that's who I got. So what is your predictions of the 12-team college football playoff bracket? I want to know all that and more, and with that said, subscribe to join the Nerd Army.